I think I want a home button.
Yeah.
I think easy is best. So I go back to my dashboard, and I go to pages on the left-hand side. I keep pointing at this silly laptop, sorry guys. And then I go to no title here, and I say, I do want you. And update, update, update. I'm going to view page. There's like 10 ways to do the same thing. So I mean, there's like view pages
Well,
everywhere.
it made a nice other color, that's good.
Right, so what's that showing us? That's the active page. That's in your styling. So be grateful it's already set up that way. So you don't have to set it up. And then as you hover over, it changes as well. Now, this is something I'll have to deal with, and I'm not saying we're going to do that here and now for the scope of the class. But it is something probably in my settings. Let me go look at the edit page. Sometimes they have something down below, and it'll say hide name on page or something. Custom sidebar. Okay, it doesn't, so I'll have to research that and get back with y'all. But while we're here, these are some other things you can do on the page. You can, and it's theme sensitive. It's because of this theme. The layout and other settings, you can choose, do I want the full content? Do I want content and the sidebar? Or do I want the sidebar on the left-hand side and the content on the right? So right now it's set up, and that's like pretty much average. Most people have that set up. And there's two theories around that. Do you want to be average? Maybe you don't. Maybe you want to make things a little different, and that's fine. But think about your user. Okay, what are they used to? You really want to design this for them, not for you. We're going to stick with content side if that's okay. But I will show you what full content looks like. So I made that change. I have to make sure I update. And I'm going to view page. Notice it took away the sidebar, just as it said it would. Right. Now, do we want to add a picture in here? Do we know how to add a picture? Let's add a picture. So I'm going to stick my mouse right here because I want it to kind of be to the right. And this upload insert right here is how I can add media.
Do you have that picture of those people in the circle?
Did you send it to me? Is it on my flash drive? So I'm going to select files right here. These are my choices. I can pick from the computer. I can pick from a URL. Say you don't own the picture and you want to get it from your other website or from somebody else's website, which that's really not nice to do unless it's yours. Okay, it's just not. It's not edited. Which one?
That one.
White one.
Yeah.
The white.
Okay. Now you know what? I'm gonna do this real easy. So I was gonna do it this way. I decided to do it another way. Whoops.
Which one did you say you wanted, Nicole?
The one that's blued right here.
Oh, that one?
Right, but
The
what I'm
other
gonna
one.
do to save time is I'm gonna control all, and I'm just gonna drag them here like I said I could in the first place.
So what she's doing is she's putting all these pictures onto the WordPress site.
Media file.
Like in
Yeah.
a library.
So you
Right,
drag,
it's
you
my
drag,
library.
otherwise if you copied and pasted, you get, it takes
You
long.
want control V?
You don't copy and paste pictures.
No.
You
No.
can't control V?
I like the one with that open hands that you're giving.
Oh,
That's a good one, right? Those are like real,
Oh, wait.
those are really my hands. And
I think it didn't work because I tried to make it do it in two
That's
different
what
ways.
brainstorming is, right?
Yep.
Versus circling.
It said select file, you couldn't have just clicked it and said
There's circling
save.
to the
It
head.
There's a
just-
Do the whole
psychology
file,
of things.
not-
Yeah.
No, just that one
Circling to the
picture.
head, so
It would,
It
it didn't go into
The one with the white without the blue?
I don't
Big.
It didn't do what it said it would do.
No, because I tried to do it two different things. Now it's doing what I want it to do. So you'll see it's uploading all the pictures. And then I really only want the one, so That was a
Yeah.
time
So
killer.
can I say something about
Yeah.
pictures? While you take a drink? Okay, so there's two websites out there. One's called Fotolia.com. Fotolia begins with an F, not a PH, because,
Mhm.
you know, that's how web people are. They spell things funny and confuse you. So Fotolia.com. And then,
iStock photo.
iStock photo, like, you know, like iPhone, iStock photo. just
I
letter-
stock.
S-T-O-C-K, I-S-T-O-C-K, photo, P-H-O-T-O.com.
Yeah, and so you can go there, you have to get an account, write down your login and your password and all that good jazz. I make a very long list of passwords to do this process, but that's okay. It's part of how we do it. And you can buy photos, so like those photos I bought out on Fotolia.com, and they're like $1 or $5 or 30 cents. It just depends on what you like. And when you find kind of a photo that you like, one of the mistakes I think people make is they just pick photos they like. But if you go into like Fotolia.com, like the picture of the circle with the heads, like
Mhm.
I like that photographer's work. He always does kind of different odd perspectives, kind of like Alton Brown's oven cam kind of work. Are y'all with me? No, anyway. So I like his work. So when you click on one picture by one guy, he has taken a zillion pictures that have the same look and feel. So when you keep adding pictures to your blog or your website, you want to pick things that look like they go together, so you can brand who you are, you can brand what you're doing. Do you see what I'm saying? Instead of all these random pictures. Did that
Or you
make
just
sense?
create your
Yes.
own picture.
It's like font.
Right, right. You wouldn't have Times New Roman and then Arial and then a script and then it looks when you look at it. So you want to have like the same kind of deal.
All right, that was a bad choice on my part, just saying.
What?
It got messy, waiting on this. But what I did in the meantime was I went over to the hosting elf, and I remembered we got something cooking over there. So I have to apply the WordPress. So do y'all mind if we like take a little break from this and go make a hosting
Yeah.
WordPress account? Okay, so we're just gonna. Yes, Lisa! Thank you. I was going anyway, sorry. So anyway, I'm back in my hosting elf account, and I already set up the hosting. Let's see, what I need to do is click my products. I have to click web hosting again. And then I do have screenshots of this on your paper. Let's see, I'm gonna launch my hosting account where she's at. We're doing Hire Ellen. And then my application is WordPress. I can just click this big black button right here. And I want WordPress. There's a bunch of different applications, but I just want WordPress. So I click the black button. And then real simple, it says, okay, this application is compatible with at least one of your hosting plans. And so I can install it. So I click the install now, and I'll tell it where later. So now it's gonna walk me through the installation process, setup process, whatever. So it says, which one do you want to host? And I know it's Hire Ellen, so I'm gonna type it. HireEllen.com. Instead of going through all the next, I'm gonna have it search for it. And it chose it. I didn't have to actually choose it. It chose it for me. So as long as it was there. Now this is the process of configuring your WordPress. I need to write stuff down. Always have a pen handy when you're setting stuff up. Or you're gonna make passwords that you're gonna forget and you have to do it all over again. So what they're asking here is a database username. Because you may have more than one blog, one database, you really want to name this wisely. What is this a WordPress account for? It is for Hire Ellen. So I'm going to say that. I'm going to say WordPress for, well, I'm going to actually say Hire Ellen. Because, 10 years from down the road, I might not remember who Ellen was and say, oh, I think she's long gone. I can delete that. And then I can
Somebody
be wrong.
hired her.
Somebody uttered, hopefully.
Yay, yay.
All right, create a database password. It gives you a bunch of choices on how you need to do this. And I know.
Dollar sign, I like that.
What's that?
Dollar sign.
All right, so I'm gonna just make up something really fast here, and I'm not really gonna tell you what it is. You don't know. Okay, and then I gotta type it again. So I write it down, and then I type it again by what I remembered and what I wrote down to double check myself.
You know, I'm not the only person that forgets these passwords.
Well, this is never fun if you forget.
I will insert here, there's two really great ways, an Excel spreadsheet and or 3x5 index cards sorted alphabetically, depending on what your need of privacy.
She's an organization queen, just saying. So if you need help with that, definitely talk with her. Now, I do have a part here, choose install directory. Understand the directory is your folders, where you have them on the server. And what I have a choice of doing is hireellen.com / and it has this, I keep at that silly thing. The space right here, I can put it in a folder that says WordPress or blog or whatever I want, or I can just leave that blank and make it go on the home page. And that's what we're choosing to do.
And that's talking to your computer when it says install in a folder. It's telling it where to put it on your computer, not in their system, right?
No, this is the server.
Oh.
This is all about the server.
Oh,
We're talking
okay.
hosting and database right now.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay, gotcha.
So we're back to
And then it gives you your
Host.
path, you click next. And then this is the last step, guys. This is the login for the back end of your dashboard. So you have to be, the admin name, they tell you for security purposes, don't use the word admin. Because hackers know you're gonna use the word admin and they're gonna hack you. And it happens. WordPress is open source, it's free, so people can read all their documentation and find a way to hack you. And they will, just for fun. So you want to take up security anywhere you can, and this is the easiest way. So I'm going to choose a different admin name. I'm just going to say Ellen.
And they won't hack that?
Well, they're not going to know that I chose Ellen.
Okay.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
do.
Oh dear, no hackers in here, please.
Yeah, but
That's the second,
Everybody
that's,
close your eyes.
but that's the second choice, isn't it? Isn't that the second choice, is what the name of the site
The
is?
name of the person.
Now, this is where scripture comes in.
That's right.
there you go.
Isaiah 22:22. Thank you, Lord, that you have given me the keys to the house of David. What I open, none shall shut, and what I shut, none shall open.
Email, since I'm setting this up right now and I want to access it, I'm putting my email.
Before you actually have the blog done, it's better to go ahead and get everything set up.
Okay, if you have free hosting. You know what I mean? I mean, just thinking economically, you don't want to set up hosting and a blog and if you're not going to use it, if you're not ready, because of money. So if everything's free, and then that's fine.
I mean, it's not like someone could click and there's not anything there.
Yep, they can find your blog once it gets cached into the system. Google finds it. Once it starts getting crawled, they can find it. But there is a setting, let's go back to WordPress. There is a setting, hey, we're done with our pictures.
Yay.
So after that silly move, I'm going to save all changes down at the bottom. Again, let's point over there. Tell them that used to this. And it's going to show me all my choices. I can choose any one of these. We want the circle one because we were putting
It was
this.
up at the front, you missed it.
And I missed it. There, no? Why can't I see it now?
Isn't it right there up at the top, like the
Uh-uh.
front?
No, she had
Is it
two
the hands?
different with
No.
the
No, that
people.
one, the first
Oh,
one.
here it is. So I click the word show, and it gives me my image, and then I've got choices here. I can put in a nice search engine optimization friendly word title, I can put in the same thing or better for my alternate text. Caption, if I want something underneath the picture, that's a caption. I don't, unless I'm told I do. Description, it's amazing, this is already there. Portrait of laughing business colleagues standing together. Do you know why it's already there? Who knows why it's already there?
Part of the title of the photo.
When she bought the photo, it has some, I can't remember how to pronounce that, EXIF. What is that called? That information that's keyed in with photos? Like where you took it, when you took it, you know, it's like a photo stamp. That was included.
Trademark.
So
Better be
I'm
glad
gonna
you
use
paid
it.
for it.
I can decide where I want it, guys. I can have it no alignment. I can have it on to the left. I can have it in the center or the right. And I'm gonna choose right. And I think the medium size is good. I do have the option of full size, but if I do medium, if you click it, it'll open up to be a bigger picture. So I think that's good for our use. Insert and post. Don't miss that. And then we're gonna update and see what it looks like. View page. Okay, not exactly what I wanted, right? So I'm gonna edit page up at the top here,
Do it.
and I'm just gonna drag this down there. Try update again. View page again. Still not right. And then why is it not right? You know? Because I told it to be right. I wonder if it lost its setting when I dragged it.
So it's how it appears on your desktop and how it's gonna view, so it's always
Yeah.
good to check.
Right. So that, yes, always check after an update. Let me show you something here. If I click my picture, I can go review my settings. So look, it does say right. I wonder why it's not to the right. That's interesting. What else?
Make it smaller.
This, where it says link URL, yeah, I'm gonna do that too, good choice. But this link URL, if I didn't want them to click the picture and get a bigger picture, I would just remove the link URL. Or if I wanted them to go to another page, I could put the URL to that page, so when they click that picture, say it was a buy now picture, okay? I could make that URL their buy now page, where what the product. But I'm gonna remove it, we don't need them to get a bigger picture. And I'm gonna, I wanna change the size, right? So look, I can do it here, or I can go to advanced settings. Now advanced settings means that you get extra things that you can change. So here, the width is there, I can change it. I can change the styling right here. It says align right, size medium. Okay. I can put a border on it. Let's put a border on it. I just put one. Vertical space, horizontal space. If it was lined up with the text and you needed some space away from it, you'd want to give it a little space. But we're really not in that issue. So I'm going to say update. I didn't change the size. I'm going to go back. And I'm just going to change the size right here to 80. I guess that should work. And say update. And I'm going to update here. Wait. The other thing I want to change is I want my placement. Like maybe it was the placement of where and I was looking, did you see what I was looking for? There was a hairline cursor that I'll do it again. Watch the picture and like, can you see right there after the word harassing there? You see there's like a little line there?
Okay.
Okay, I'm looking for that hairline. So like, now I know my picture is right after that there. So now I'm gonna say update. View page.
Nope.
It is really playing a trick with me.
Still not where you want.
So we're not gonna worry about it. We're gonna take the styling off. That is hilarious. And that is
Did you
my
refresh
life in a nutshell.
it? Did you refresh it, see if that would work?
That's a good thing. Whenever you view page, that is an automatically refreshing. so I don't have to do that. I'm gonna change this edit. I'm gonna see if I say none and see what happens. Oh no, let's say left, since it was going left. Let's try that trick.
It was going right. It really was right.
I'm just saying.
And then, you know, when you talk to your website person, it took me 6 hours to do this.
This is why.
This is why.
Yeah. Because it doesn't always do what it says it's gonna do. Now this one's saying, so, okay,
Just wants
so
to
what do
be-
I know to do? I know code, right? So, I'm going to HTML. And I'm gonna look and
Yeah.
see.
So everybody just go like this, la la la.
Yeah.
Everybody,
I'll take my glasses off.
I need to move this so I can see it. And then, where's my align? Upload, circle.
This is why you can just lose time when you're on your computer.
Oh yeah, here it is, align left. So I'm just gonna totally take this class
Yep.
out. So
Get
obviously the
online.
class isn't working for me.
I like this one.
And then I'm gonna say. Then I always like, did I spell that right? 'Cause I never do.
You're going at the end, you know that, don't you? Okay.
Yeah. and
I
you-
know exactly what I'm doing right now.
And so you got about 5 minutes.
Oh, great. So we're almost done. View page, I updated. I was still in the HTML and it's totally okay. View page. Oh my goodness, it's doing what I want it to do, praise God. So sometimes you just gotta be smarter than the software you're using.
Well, you gotta get all the text aligned up with it.
But did you see the page? It somehow went to full content again. Did I never change that?
You
back?
never changed
never
it back.
changed it back.
That's why then. So here, update. All right.
Can you change the size of the text itself beside the picture?
You
So that
can,
it
that's a
feels that-
styling issue, and you can change that maybe in the options, or if not, you can change it in the style sheet. And that's a whole nother story of itself. There's a whole lot to it, but it doesn't have to be. You can take it in simple steps, and just, you know, I've given you a lot of information. Some people already know most of this information, or they don't. But take it one step at a time. Get your domain name, figure out how you're gonna host it, or do you wanna do WordPress.com first and see if you even wanna mess with it? But the reason, what is the reason we wanna do this? We really want to, a lot of us, we wanna get our online portfolio out there. If we're artists, we wanna show our work. If we have, if we're a voiceover artist, we wanna get our podcast out there. We really have to figure out why we want this, and then decide how we're gonna use it. And then, one baby step at a time. Does anyone have any questions?
WordPress is compatible with a lot of hosting sites.
I'm glad you asked that question, thank you. WordPress is wonderful on a Linux hosting software, or platform. There's Windows platform and there's Linux. I use Linux because WordPress